Some key points of our presentation are the following. First of all, we'll talk about what is exactly intelligent automation. Second of all, we'll talk about the advantages and disadvantages of intelligent automation. Then we will see some intelligent automation in practice, so some concrete examples of intelligent automation. Then we will also have some major use cases of intelligent automation across the business domains, like for example manufacturing, commerce, intellectual property, insurance, healthcare, logistics, telecom, real estate, banking and finance. Now let's move forward. So in the age of digital transformation and software-enabled changes, businesses work every angle to provide the highest quality of services and products. So basically, intelligent automation has been among the most efficient methods of achieving that aim. But what is exactly intelligent automation? Today, intelligent automation is becoming the main driving force behind digital transformation processes for helping companies go digital seamlessly. As we can see here in this graph, the intelligent automation is actually a combination of artificial intelligence, as we have previously discussed, and robotic process automation. So it's a mix of these two important technologies. So basically, in this combination of artificial intelligence and robotic process automation, artificial intelligence enables insight-driven analytics, decision-making, as well as personnel management, which is a very important aspect, while the robotic process automation, as the name implies, automates processes and reduces human participation in them. So it's basically a very important combination of these two complex concepts, such as the artificial intelligence and the robotic process automation. Another way to define it, it's the following. The intelligent automation is sometimes called also cognitive automation, being the use of automation technologies such as the artificial intelligence. Here we have, let's say, a more complex definition, which incorporates more than the two concepts that I explained before. So here we have, first of all, artificial intelligence, like previously stated, but we also have business process management, as well as robotic process automation, in order to streamline and scale decision-making across organizations. This is a different definition offered to us by IBM in order to incorporate more processes and more things that we can upscale here. Here we have the three most important components of intelligent automation. So basically, intelligent automation is composed of three cognitive technologies, which are the core of its definition. And the integration of these three technologies or three components to create a solution that powers businesses and technology transformation. It is a fairly complex concept used by people in order to create a solution that empowers businesses all around the world, as well as transforming technology. First of all, the most critical component of intelligent automation is artificial intelligence, or AI. So by using machine learning and complex algorithms to analyze structured and unstructured data, businesses can develop very important knowledge base and formulate predictions based on that data. So this is the main decision engine of intelligent automation. So basically the artificial intelligence can be defined as the core or the most important aspect of automated intelligence or intelligent automation. So by trying to define, analyze, and compare different sets of data, even if we talk about structured or unstructured data, businesses can develop a knowledge base and formulate predictions based on this important data. The second component of intelligent automation is business process management, or BPM, according to IBM, also known as business workflow automation. So what is business process management? Its role is to automate workflows in order to provide greater agility and consistency to business processes across the board. So basically, business process management is used across most industries in order to streamline processes and improve interactions and as well as engagement. So this is also a vital component of intelligent automation, as this business process management is used across most of the industries in order to streamline the processes and improve these interactions and engagements. And the third component of intelligent automation, last but not least, which is also a very important part, is robotic process automation. So this robotic process automation uses software robots, or bots, shortly formulated, to complete back office tasks such as extracting data or filling out forms. So basically, this is another important pillar of intelligent automation, robotic process automation, in which these bots or robots, software robots, complement artificial intelligence well as robotic process automation can leverage artificial intelligence insights to handle more complex tasks and use cases. So basically, all these three parts that compose the intelligent automation are interdependent. So one is depending on another, and they are interrelated, let's say. So one cannot coexist without the other. It's a very important mix that cannot be destroyed in order to achieve seamless intelligent automation. So basically here, the integration of these three components creates a really disruptive and transformative solution that manages to streamline the processes and simplifies workflows in order to ultimately improve the customer experience. It's a very important aspect. Okay, so as I have emphasized before, the integration of these three important components creates a transformative solution that streamlines the processes and simplifies workflows to ultimately improve the customer experience. So it's a very important aspect to be taken into consideration when thinking about these three components of intelligent automation as a mix. According to Gartner's definition of intelligent automation, this is or can be defined as an umbrella term that brings together or incorporates various strategies, skills, tools, as well as techniques that eliminate the need for labor and increasing the predictability and reliability of services, as well as reduce costs. So as we can see from these slides, intelligent automation can have many definitions, and all of them are quite different in some respects. So according to Gartner's, different from the opinion of IBM or the definition of IBM, because it translates is incorporated into umbrella term that holds together various strategies, skills, tools, techniques that of course eliminate the need of labor, but they, let's say, redirect it towards some other activities that the robots cannot do, and also of course at the same time reduce operational costs. So here we have a quick summary of advantages and disadvantages of intelligent automation and how they are going to transform our world. So some important advantages of intelligent automation: we have the efficient use of equipment and manpower, as we redirect, of course, some of the workforce towards other tasks. Second of all, we have an increased effectiveness of work because of this streamlined process. This increased effectiveness is tied to lower costs, of course, and higher return on investment, as we redirect people or employees from type of work towards the other. Of course, we cut off some costs, as well as increase our return on investment consequently. We also have a seamless customer experience because the workflow is integrated in such a manner that the customer experience is really very good and very impressive. We have also an enhanced cybersecurity factor that comes into play here, which is also a very important aspect to be taken into consideration. With this intelligent automation, we have also an increased or enhanced cybersecurity, so our data cannot be stolen as easy as before, let's say. And also we have to focus on critical issues. So this intelligent automation helps us focus on critical issues rather than on mundane work. So rather than focusing solely on simple tasks, let's say, that we need to do when we don't have intelligent automation, this concept helps us to focus on the critical issues at hand. So we don't waste time on not so important issues, let's say. But of course, intelligent automation has some important disadvantages. First of all, establishing a robust governance. Sometimes it can be difficult to manage a creative scenario in which we can maintain a good and robust governance. Second disadvantage would be that creating a proper IT, it's hard to create a proper IT environment and technological ecosystem. So as we implement the intelligent automation concept, of course, it's harder for us to switch, let's say, and prepare the company for this transition. Another disadvantage would be developing the implementation strategy and choosing the right tools. Of course, everything that we want to implement can be harder to reach, and choosing the right tools, of course, it's a bit hard. Then restructuring the existing system and retraining employees. So basically, if we want to do something disruptive with our company, like implementing an intelligent automation system, we have to rethink almost everything, let's say, restructure the current system, remove the old bases, and create a new core. And also this includes retraining employees and trying to give them or help them achieve new skills and abilities. Then another disadvantage would be related to teaching necessary metrics and assigning tasks to it, as well as managing risks. Because of course, with the implementation of a new system, new risks arise that we have to manage and to control in order for our system not to fail. And of course, the artificial intelligence sector is constantly growing and is predicted to reach $150 billion market share by 2026. And of course, the implementation of intelligent process automation tools has a strong positive effect on business development. Now I invite you to watch together a very interesting video related to the definition of intelligent automation and what is exactly this concept.
What is intelligent automation? Simplicity is complexity resolved. Intelligent automation stands as a newfound way for you to streamline and optimize processes at different levels of your business through automation and cognitive capabilities. It is a three-way framework of technologies that bring high mobility and unison across teams. They are robotic process automation, business process automation, and artificial intelligence. Robotic process automation allows you to emulate the way people perform back-end, high-volume processes, all through a set of defined instructions. These rules help the bot perform repetitive and time-consuming functions on its own. A few examples would be creating accounts, modifying customer information, automating customer refunds, processing feedback and complaints. What's more interesting is that you can teach your task-based RPA system to correct or adapt its course based on its performance and dynamic conditions in the shortest times possible. This is truly what businesses such as yours can benefit from: accelerated efficiencies. Business process automation, on the other hand, looks at a much larger picture. Imagine a company with process gaps across departments impeding it from performing to its full potential. There is a discord between worker onboarding, invoicing, supply chain, and retail. All of these departments are standalone but highly impacted by the way others function. BPA works at filling those process silos to form a coherent and sustainable business network. RPA and BPA form the backbone of automation, but they are not cognitive, but artificial intelligence is. It is the third component of what really makes automation intelligent and perceptive. With the help of machine learning and neural networks, AI decodes patterns and draws meaningful conclusions out of unstructured data. It is self-improving and requires minimal human support. With continuous training and deductive reasoning, it is able to evolve to become more human after each application. For example, with the help of sentiment analysis, natural language processing and understanding, conversational AI is able to pick on the intent, tone, emotion, and even urgency to enable human-like customer support conversations. Intelligent automation can be applied across industries to make collaboration easy. In retail, you can use it to bring manufacturing and sales together. You can intelligently manage purchases to ensure adequate inventory. Automate returns and send timely refunds. Communicate with users clearly and even navigate their demands through predictive analytics. In a data-sensitive industry such as healthcare, intelligent automation can assist with keeping a safe record of patient data, assisting cross-departmental transfers, and scheduling consultations and follow-ups all autonomously. Another industry in which data protection is paramount in financial services. Most day-to-day banking functions like answering FAQs, customer onboarding, account management, and loan processing can be easily and smartly automated. Intelligent tools can also map risky user behavior to detect fraud before it occurs. But how does a business benefit from using intelligent automation? The possibilities with intelligent automation are limitless. Time and efficiency are central to thriving companies today. With the right approach to automation, businesses can yield more ROI and higher economies of scale. It can lower your operational costs, reduce human error, ensure more data accuracy, lead to employee satisfaction, happier customers, and increase your adaptability to market shifts. Conversational AI harnesses the power of intelligent automation and NLP to thread natural, meaningful conversations with users. At a leading conversational AI solutions provider like Verloop.io, we ensure you are on the same page as your users. Let's digitally transform your venture today so you stay a step ahead and never behind.
Okay, so very interesting movie about what is exactly, or how can we define, and some examples of intelligent automation. So basically, rule-based, patterned, and structured data, which are powered intelligent automation solutions, help address the following inefficiencies at the workplace. So first of all, we can talk about the high labor cost of employees. Second of all, intelligent automation can solve the workforce shortage and ineffectiveness. Then they can resolve also time and resource consuming repetitive tasks. This is pinpoint, a very important aspect of every intelligent automation solution, that they can resolve these repetitive tasks. Also, they can solve the inability to process complex and high volume data, which are needed because we cannot do it manually. Then the low quality of products and services. They can also help up with this important aspect. So as we can see, the intelligent automation can do many important things for us. If we are to talk about the intelligent automation in practice, of course that enterprises have been using automation for quite some time now. It began with machines replacing humans on assembly lines, and also evolved into artificial intelligence, robotic process automation, as well as cognitive algorithms, being at the heart of complicated environments that imitate human reasoning and behavior. So these are all very important aspects to be taken into consideration, and there are multiple uses of intelligent automation. And today's automation dramatically changes the way humans and machines interact with each other, of course, under the rapid growth of data flows, digital transformation of life, as well as basically unlimited computing power. So we have to rethink as organizations all of our business models in order to try to accommodate and to integrate this intelligent automation based on the resources that we have we dispose of at hand. So intelligent automation is not an easy thing to implement. Of course, it takes time, resources, and money, as it requires a well thought out, comprehensive approach that should include the following fundamentals. First of all, if we want to implement an intelligent automation system, we should have a knowledge base, so a starting point for us to begin with. Second of all, as I have emphasized before, we need to have a proper governance of the intelligent automation process. Third of all, we need to have the right tool set in order to implement the intelligent automation in our company. We need to also think about continuous improvement. Also, we need to make a thorough analysis and have a solid IT environment. So, this is no easy task to implement. As I said, it requires a well thought out, comprehensive approach. It should include all these important fundamental aspects. Of course, that intelligent automation simplifies processes, frees up resources, and improves operational efficiencies, while having also a wide variety of applications. So apart from automating processes that are common for different business domains, such as human resources, of course this is one of the more popular domains that we take into consideration when we want to automate some processes, because it contains many repetitive tasks. We also have fields of operation here, such as payroll management, marketing activities, as well as others. But also intelligent automation can help us streamline industry-specific processes. So we can think a step forward when we want to take intelligent automation solutions in regard. So basically, intelligent automation systems can be implemented in nearly every industrial sector. So as I've emphasized in the slide before, this system or concept of intelligent automation can be implemented in many sectors, has many utilizations, many uses, and not only in the repetitive tasks industry, but also in nearly every industrial sector, because advanced techniques and great computing capacity may create a new generation of hardware and software robots that perform both cognitive and physical tasks. And they not only process vast amounts of information, but also analyze it, spot inconsistencies, check for correctness, learn in the process of work, and adapt to changes and make decisions. And of course, even though the final decision making is still the responsibility of a human operator, intelligent automation software does much of the work. Below, we describe major use cases of intelligent automation across the business domains. So we have many important fields in which intelligent automation can provide insights and advantages, starting from manufacturing, commerce, intellectual property, as well as insurance domain, healthcare, logistics, telecom, real estate, banking, and finance. Now let's watch together a short video about what can you do with intelligent automation.
Hello friends, welcome to Bot Nirvana. On this channel, we explore strategies and tools to improve your productivity through automation. We're starting a series of videos on intelligent automation. Today, we'll cover a few real-world examples to help you understand what intelligent automation can do for you. Let's start with a quick introduction to intelligent automation. Usually, anything with artificial intelligence or AI is considered intelligent or smart. For example, intelligent ERP is AI combined with ERP. Let's take the example of the popular ERP, SAP. They call SAP S/4HANA with embedded AI as intelligent ERP. So you guessed it, AI plus automation is what's generally called intelligent automation. Now, the automation itself can use many technologies. The usual contenders include robotic process automation or RPA, digital process automation or DPA. It can also be other low code or no code automation technologies. You can even use code based automation like Python. Even the AI technologies used in intelligent automation come in different flavors. For example, it can be machine learning or ML, natural language processing or NLP, computer vision or CV, and many more. Now, most business customers don't care much about the technologies or even the terms. All they like to know is what the bleep does it do. So today we'll take a look at a few examples of intelligent automation. We'll go from a simple use case to more complex use cases with intelligent automation. And as we do that, we'll look at why AI is important for intelligent automation. Let's start with a common use case, invoice processing. I know there are many invoice processing videos out there, but I promise this one would be different. We'll look at it from an intelligent automation angle, how AI helps you automate better. As we know, in a manual invoicing process, customers receive an invoice from the supplier. The invoice is input into the accounting software, generally using a copy paste. Then the invoice is sent for approvals, and once it's approved, the payment is made. Now, automation tools like RPA can automate major part of this process. RPA can extract the invoices data and verify the data itself. It can then input the data into the accounting system for approvals and subsequent payment. Since RPA is rule-based, its data extraction capability is quite limited. The computer has to be told to look for a text anchor, for example, or even look for a position and extract the required values. Now, this is okay as long as we only have a few invoice formats to process. In the real world, though, there are many formats that each customers receive. For example, one of my customers has more than 4,000 formats. So it becomes tedious to do this rule-based mapping for each invoice. Instead, what if a machine could learn the mapping by itself? That's what artificial intelligence or AI enables for us. It uses a combination of AI techniques to map the fields for us. The AI techniques used include computer vision or machine learning and more. The AI extracts the data and presents its mapping to us. We can then correct the mappings it could not get right. It learns in the process and improves over a period of time. AI thus does a bulk of the work rather than you mapping each template. Once AI does the bulk of the work, we can combine that AI output with RPA to get even higher data extraction accuracy. RPA can then also input this data into your accounting systems or ERP. So as you can see, RPA with added AI intelligence improves automation quite a lot. We can think of this as AI doing the learning or thinking aspect, while the RPA or any automation is carrying out the task of invoice processing. Now, AI can do much more than thinking, as we'll see in our next intelligent automation use case, claims processing. Next, we'll see how we can automate vehicle claims with intelligent automation. So usually after a vehicle accident, customers have to file a claim with damage details. This is a manual process that takes days to process. We can automate this process using chatbots, RPA, and Google Damage Assessment API. A chatbot collects the details of the claim, including the damaged vehicle photographs. An RPA bot then matches the submission to policy details. It then invokes the Google Damage Assessment API to assess the damage. Finally, it provides a claim number to the user via the chat interface. We can see that with more AI capabilities, intelligent automation can do more. We can string together more AI and automation tools to create more complex automation. We'll look at one such use case next, customer onboarding. In this use case, let's see how intelligent automation can transform an onboarding process. This is an example from the Intelligent Automation book. When a customer is acquired, we can use machine learning to segment them. We can then use a chatbot to have the customers provide their information. They usually submit a few documents along with their information. This can be digitized with AI. RPA can then check if there is any missing information and reach out to the customers to get the missing information. Once we have all the information, RPA can do a background check and use AI to detect any fraud. Finally, we can keep monitoring the customer data for any churn risk or even for any cross-sell opportunities. So we can see how intelligent automation can transform your customer onboarding process. So that was another example with intelligent automation. As you can see, you can do quite a bit with intelligent automation. Hope that gave you a sense of what intelligent automation is. In the next video, we'll go deeper into intelligent automation framework, which is the Sense, Think, Act framework. And we'll also dive deeper into each of the components in subsequent videos. If that's of interest, please do subscribe to the channel. And also hit like if you found this video valuable. Before we go, don't forget to explore automation ideas and tools on board.
A very interesting video related to what can you actually do with intelligent automation. And here we have an example of intelligent automation in manufacturing. So this concept has triggered industrial revolutions, Industry 4.0 and 5.0, which brought drastic changes in processes and environments that rely on cyber physical and cognitive systems. These systems are all inspired by recent technological advances such as AI, ML, Internet of Things, robotics, autonomous vehicles, 3D printing, AR and VR, wearables, additive manufacturing, nanotechnology, biotechnology, energy storage, and quantum computing, which are all very important concepts in today's world that were inspired by the intelligent automation. Before presenting a short video about Industry 5.0, I would like to make some clarifications about Industry 4.0. So basically, Industry 4.0 is revolutionizing the way companies manufacture, improve, and distribute their products. Manufacturers are integrating new technologies, including Internet of Things, of course, cloud computing, as well as analytics, and AI and machine learning into their production facilities and throughout their operations. So basically, manufacturers are integrating all these new and innovative disruptive technologies into their business processes, production facilities, of course, and throughout their operations. Also, these smart factories are equipped with advanced sensors, embedded software, and robotics that collect and analyze data and allow for better decision making. So here even higher value is creating when data from production operations is combined with operational data from ERP, supply chain, customer service, and other enterprise systems to create whole new levels of visibility, as well as insight from previously siloed information. And these digital technologies lead to increased automation, predictive maintenance, self-optimization of process improvements, and above all, it incorporates many of those enumerated before, a new level of efficiencies and responsiveness to customers not previously possible. So as we can see, Industry 4.0 includes many things. Now, let's see what is actually Industry 5.0, if Industry 4.0 incorporates all of this. Let's watch together.
Hello and welcome to the world of NDE 4.0. My name is Johannes Rana, and today is a great day because today we'll finally get to a topic which people have asked me about a lot in the last time. And it's quite clear why they asked me that question. Because if you enter into your search engine, Industry 4.0 or Fourth Industrial Revolution, you stumble across another term, and that's Industry 5.0. So it makes it seem like the Fifth Industrial Revolution is already out there. And I actually have already been asked, why do you work on Industry 4.0 or an NDE 4.0 and not an Industry 5.0 or NDE 5.0? So let's have a look into what Industry 5.0 really means. Before getting there, let's have a short look onto the first four revolutions. So if we look into the four revolutions, we started somewhere with handcraft. We got into the first revolution, which allowed some simple mechanization, technical revolution, a digital revolution, and the interconnected cyber-physical, which is the fourth revolution, or Industry 4.0. And yeah, I have done a video about discussing those four revolutions kind of in detail, and I will put a link to that video right here. Now, if we now look into what happened during those first three revolutions, they kind of all started with the emerging technologies of the time, which enabled new industries, new products, and new business forms. For sure, they changed the job requirements, and they created new jobs. So if we think about the first revolution, it was really about the textile industry. So before that, it was kind of, sewing by hand, and afterwards it was industrial production. So we can imagine what people had to face back then as a shift in the job landscape. Also, the jobs were, before that, you could do your job in kind of every village, and afterwards you had it in some big places where you had those in those factories. All those revolutions also required new thought processes, new kinds of leadership. If you think about it, it's quite something different to operate a handcraft business or a factory, or whether you operate a textile industry or a car production. That was kind of the step from the first to the second. Or then from second to third, going into microelectronics and all that. All the time, it required really, new thought processes, new kinds of leadership. And in the long run, and I really have to say, unfortunately, after a lot of riots and similar events, actually also the working conditions became better and better. If we think about the life before the first revolution, life wasn't really good. People had to be lucky to afford one set of clothes, and afterwards, clothing became affordable. So you can see how it changed the working conditions, and that's just one example. It also helped to solve social issues. And if we think about it, it actually helped to climb Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And I have also done a video about the why of Industry 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the past, where I discuss Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs in detail, and I will put a link to that video right here. But to give you a little bit a view onto what I think, where is the connection between the two? Yeah, with handcraft, people were really, life wasn't good. People, for an average person to have enough food, to have kind of drinkable water, to kind of have one set of clothes, which wasn't really just some lumps, was really all people were really concerned about. But with the first revolution, after those riots we talked about, those jobs became a lot safer. They had a steady income. They had enough food. They have enough water, or a better food and water supply, I have to say. And kind of with every revolution, it helped us to get one step up in Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now, I have to mention it here. There is a downside to all those revolutions. And that is the increasing production of waste. It's getting more and more simple to produce masses. And by producing more and more, we produce more and more waste. Now let's talk a little bit about the fourth revolution. Again, we started with the emerging technologies. We got into new industries, new products, new platforms. Again, it requires a change of the job requirements. It creates new jobs. It requires new thought processes, a new kind of leadership. But perhaps this time, we should have a look on the human side before it's too late, before we again get into riots. Because we are all doing this for the human, not just for improving the production. And looking at Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where this fourth revolution is really getting to is, yes, we are getting to giving the computer what the computer is good at, and that is doing repetitive tasks. And giving the human what the human is good at, and that is being spontaneous, that is being creative, and that is solving problems. So that, for me, is kind of the fourth revolution. And now comes the question, Industry 5.0. Is that the fifth revolution? So let's have a look into a couple of publications on this topic. The first one I found is back from 2015. I think Michael Rada was the person who introduced actually the term Industry 5.0. And that was to my knowledge, his first publication on this topic. And he wrote that Industry 5.0 is from virtual to physical. And in my eyes, this concept from him back in those days had two main aspects. First one is industrial upcycling. So what do we do with all of the products which reach an end of the life? How can we actually reuse them, repurpose them, so that we do not create as much waste as we currently do? And number two, he also thinks about, how should be the connection between the technology we have and the human? And he writes about that they should be working for us, not working for us, but with us. And kind of in line with that is also a publication here from Espen Ostergaard, which is a year later. And he wrote Industry 5.0, Return of the Human Touch. And he wrote, in this way, the employee is empowered and uses the cobot as a multifunctional tool. So his idea about Industry 5.0 is really the collaboration between robots and humans. 1 year later, Cape Atwell wrote a paper about, yes, Industry 5.0 is already on the horizon. And within that publication, he wrote, 5.0 will be increased collaboration between humans and smart systems. So this is kind of taking this concept of those cobots a step further by not just having robot and human working together, but any system or computer and the human working together for the greater good. And 5.0 is leaving the monotonous, repetitive tasks to the mechanical and opening the creative side to the biological. And if we think about it, what I discussed about Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs and where the fourth revolution could bring us from one level to the next, this is exactly what I pointed out at that point in this presentation. Espen Ostergaard wrote another publication, Welcome to Industry 5.0. And in this one he writes, most importantly, the mass customization enabled by Industry 4.0 is not enough. Because customers want more. They want mass personalization, which can only be achieved when the human touch returns to manufacturing. This is what I call Industry 5.0. Now you see a little bit what people think about Industry 5.0, and there are dozens of other publications out there. So a little bit to summarize, it's really human touch. It's really giving Industry 4.0 a purpose. Industrial upcycling and waste prevention. Mass personalization. Giving the human what the human is good at and giving the computer what the computer is good at. All this collaboration between humans and robots or all other mechanical systems or also other computerized systems. And kind of shifting from a shareholder value to a stakeholder value. There are many more. For example, Emma Rundle wrote, faster, more scalable, more people-centered. Michael Rudder, again, potential for sustainability as a systematic prevention of pollution and waste. And I also like this one by Stephanie Mehta, solution we will need to pursue prosperity as a sustainable manner to increase productivity while not removing human workers. So we can see where all of this is going. And actually the European Union also took on this subject. I think it was back in 2019, and they also published a lot of articles about that. And I think this one here really summarizes the results or the current status quite good. What they think Industry 5.0 is about. They talk about human-centric, they talk about sustainable, and they also talk about resilient. And there is a very recent one from 2022, Industry 5.0, a transformative vision for Europe, for Europe, governing systems transformation towards sustainable industry. And in this publication, they write, in essence, Industry 5.0 is a transformative model that reflects the evolution of our thinking post-COVID. It takes into consideration learnings from the pandemic and the need to design an industrial system that is inherently more resilient to future shocks and stresses, and truly integrates European Green Deal social and environmental principles. So, despite all this, what we already heard, human-centric, sustainable.
So, very interesting movie about what is actually the Industry 4.0, 5.0, the certain benefits, and how it is defined in the language of an expert. Also related to the intelligent automation in manufacturing, as a result, as I've emphasized previously, physical and digital robots that are driven by the cutting-edge intelligent automation technologies and tools can perform many operations, replacing or supplementing humans, and they do so in the following ways. So first of all, they can help us at automated factory floor. For example, physical robots and cobots, collaborative robots, can perform almost any manufacturing process in a factory. And the factory floor has evolved over time into dark or lights out premises where human participation is not required. So this is one of the most common examples of business automation. Of course, we can talk also about automated workflow. With digital bots, manufacturers can process huge amounts of data to streamline ordering, starting from ordering, procurement, appointment, scheduling, and alerting. Predictive analysis. Here the capability to fix aberrations in a proactive manner helps manufacturers prevent outage and downtime. Also, with predictive analysis solutions, maintenance engineers can anticipate errors and can address them before the equipment gets seriously affected. Also, machine vision. This technology enables thorough quality inspection that is much more detailed and reliable than that performed by humans. Also, related to the automotive industry, this is impacted greatly by the improvements manufacturers can make by using intelligent automation. With intelligent automation, manufacturers are able to more effectively predict as well as adjust production to respond to changes in supply and demand. They can also streamline workflows to increase efficiency and reduce the risk of error in production, support, procurement, and other areas. So in the automotive industry, with the use of robots, we are able to reduce the need for manual labor, as well as improve defect discovery, providing a higher quality product to customers at a lower cost to the business. For example, here a Volkswagen engine production plant in Germany uses many collaborative robots or cobots that work with the production team in order to handle a physically demanding step in the engine assembly process. So here we can also talk about the collaboration between humans and cobots. Not only the cobots doing a certain task and the humans doing a different one. Okay. Also, this helps prevent injuries, speed processes, ensure accuracy, and ease the physical burden on employees. So with the help of robots, employees can work more efficiently. We can also talk about the intelligent automation related to life sciences. For example, drug production is highly regulated and requires precise calibration of equipment and measurement of product. It also requires a tremendous amount of data collation, processing, and as well analysis. A drug trial cannot be considered successful without trusted analysis and results. A manual approach could also lead to calculation errors and take volumes of resources and considerable manpower to accomplish. So we can see also an important use of the intelligent automation related to the drug production process, also drug trial, and why it's important that we need to automate this process. But by contrast, the production of COVID-19 vaccines in record time is an example of how intelligent automation provides automated processes that improve production speed and quality. And prior to the use of artificial intelligence and the resulting efficiencies, it used to take 40 or more scientists with doctorate degrees 25 years or more to discover a single marketable drug. So as we can see, the intelligent automation has many important uses in the society. Here we have a recap of the intelligent automation in manufacturing. And here we have some words or explanations related to automated factory floor. Lights out manufacturing is a manufacturing philosophy that does not rely on human labor. And facilities that employ lights out manufacturing are known as dark factories in a negative way, let's see. The name implies that the plant continues to be productive even when the lights are out. And we are seeing this type of manufacturing, lights out manufacturing emerge in real life, rather than just imagining it in a sci-fi movie. So this is starting to become the new reality. Okay. Also, we can have some important examples of intelligent automation in commerce. Intelligent automation is an efficient way to boost sales, increase customer engagement, and reduce costs, which is why retailers heavily invest in it. For example, they have annual expenses for AI that are predicted to reach $7.3 billion by 2022. Indeed, smart automation provides a large variety of tools as well as techniques that impart considerable benefits. Some examples of intelligent automation in commerce are as follow. First of all, we have an example of guidance through online shopping. As we all know, personalized brand experience is more important than ever before. Automated artificial intelligence enables it by digesting big volumes of data on customer journeys via chatbots, virtual sales assistants, as well as recommendation engines. So what is artificial intelligence doing that we cannot do? They process large amounts of data and get meaningful results from it. So data is the most important aspect that we have taken into consideration, and get some meaningful results from the data that we analyze. We also have guidance through offline shopping. Retailers equip their bricks and mortar stores with devices, for example, self-service terminals, digital cells or shelf scanners to streamline as well as optimize the shopping experience. We also have improved warehouse logistics, in which machines replace humans for a wide range of operations such as stock replenishment and audit, shrinkage monitoring, and assortment optimization. So we have many uses as well as in commerce. We also have transaction security. Smart algorithm can detect signs of fraudulent operations, which allows companies to suppress malicious behavior in a timely manner. Here, data-driven planning of supply and delivery we also have to take into consideration. Here, AI-powered algorithms that digest big data and analytics insights can predict demand as well as plan procurement. Hands-free checkout, and in addition to contactless payments that have become an everyday practice, Amazon Go, for example, pioneered the concept of the checkout-free system. Customers just walk through the system with their shopping carts, while smart algorithms calculate what to charge them and withdraw money from their accounts. Okay. And more than ever before, intelligent business automation is causing drastic changes in the logistics and transportation industry. Of course, intelligent automation solutions manage to create a holistic ecosystem that is born the moment a customer buys a car and lasts throughout the existence of the customer's journey, which includes car maintenance, on-road behavior, infotainment, and route planning. And some major examples of intelligent automation in the industry are as follows. Route optimization. So, driven by insights and predictions, intelligent automation solutions really can help drivers find the fastest, most cost-efficient routes, as well as adjust them to avoid traffic and bad conditions. And what can you really do with route optimization? Basically, when you manage a delivery fleet, it's crucial that you optimize driver routes to meet consumer expectations. So route optimization ensures that your driver drives the most efficient route possible, making stops and executing tasks in the optimal order. And your customers' orders arrive as quickly and as inexpensively as possible. Route optimization simplifies the effort needed to meet these goals. We also have here another example of intelligent automation in logistics and transportation related to supply planning. Having much in common with commerce, logistics also heavily depends on proper supply planning. While this is not an issue for small companies, many large companies risk getting bogged down in handling procurement for multiple departments without proper process orchestration. Some very famous examples here is the autonomous cars example. It's still a concept in yet to become reality. Many companies are trying to test it now and running multiple, of course, AI-driven tests, but we still have to go a long way in order to achieve this victory. And artificial intelligence algorithms make cars drive on their own and will open up a completely new age in transportation. In this case, we might think what will happen if all the drivers, all the people that are working in this logistics and transportation industries, how will they be relocated? Maybe a question to bear in mind. Okay, and unmanned delivery, another example, with artificial intelligence controlled drones that are designed to deliver orders. This is also still a concept. It was tested by Amazon, I think, by flying drones that can deliver parcels in different orders to customers. But we'll see if they will have a broader use in the future. Here we have a very challenging video about self-driving cars. Okay, so now let's watch the movie about self-driving cars.
This episode is brought to you by Brilliant. Almost a decade ago, a sizable list of tech companies, collectively wielding over $100 billion in investment, asserted that within 5 years, the once unimaginable dream of fully self-driving cars would become a normal part of everyday life. These promises, of course, have not come to fruition, and at present, even the most optimistic forecasts suggest it will be a significant fraction of a decade, if not several decades, before regular consumers will have access to vehicles that would be considered to be fully autonomous. Currently, most of the major car manufacturers offer driver assistance features that can automatically handle a handful of highly specific driving tasks, such as cruising, changing lanes, and braking. These systems are categorized by the industry as Level 2 automation. At this level and below, human monitoring of the driving environment is required, with a level of focus as if they were driving. In a handful of cities, a few companies are testing driverless vehicles that can navigate fully autonomously. Waymo, for example, is an autonomous vehicle firm owned by Alphabet, Google's parent company, that offers a driverless taxi service in select parts of Arizona. However, these vehicles use substantially more hardware than the typical car with a driver assist system and only travel on roads that have been previously mapped by human drivers. Overall, they are far more limited in capability than what would be expected from a fully autonomous vehicle. Beyond simple convenience, the pursuit of fully autonomous vehicles is heavily motivated by the trillions of dollars that could be captured by disrupting the existing transportation industry. Several companies, such as Uber, have even banked their long-term growth on the technology. Experts predict that once successfully achieved, the technology could prevent 1.3 million estimated deaths worldwide per year caused by traffic accidents, as well as reduce congestion and emissions. However, despite this abundance of funding, expectations are beginning to shift as the dream of fully autonomous cars is proving to be far more complex and difficult to realize than automakers had anticipated. Much like how humans drive a vehicle, autonomous vehicles operate using a layered approach to information processing. At the bottom of this stack, navigation and path planning is the easiest challenge to address, and it is the most robustly developed and proven area of automated driving technology. Determining the ideal path from a location to a destination is accomplished robustly using hybrid navigation. This technique uses a combination of multiple satellite-based systems, vehicle speed sensors, inertial navigation sensors, and even terrestrial signals such as cellular triangulation and differential GPS, summing the movement vector of the vehicle as it traverses from its start waypoint to its destination. This positional information is used in conjunction with a combination of high-definition maps and even topological maps to determine the ideal travel path. In some cases, this can even be accomplished over unmapped roads with topology data only using heuristic algorithms. Because these navigation technologies fundamentally are an extension of human-use navigation systems, adapting the decades of development to autonomous vehicles has proven to be relatively easy. Once navigation and path planning is established, environmental perception and car control now become the next challenge to meet. This layer is characterized as the process of detecting and mapping the environment around the vehicle, both for the purposes of traversing a navigational path and obstacle avoidance. At present, the primary mechanisms of environmental perception are laser navigation, radar navigation, and visual navigation. In laser navigation, a LiDAR system launches a continuous beam or pulse to the target, and a reflected signal is received at the transmitter. By measuring the reflection time, signal strength, and frequency shift of the reflected signal, spatial cloud data of the target point is generated. From this, object information such as location, shape, velocity, and attitude can be calculated. Since the 1980s, early computer-based experiments with autonomous vehicles relied on LiDAR technology, and even today it's used as the primary sensor for many experimental vehicles. These systems can be categorized as either single-line, multi-line, and omnidirectional. Single-line LiDAR uses a single laser source and scans in a 2D plane. Multi-line systems, however, use multiple beams ranging from 4 up to 512 to generate height information from the surrounding environment. More complex omnidirectional LiDAR systems perform sweeps in all axes, producing a far denser 3D point cloud of the surrounding environment. Omnidirectional LiDARs offer the best detection ability for low reflectivity objects and have superior ambient light rejection as well as better penetration in rain, fog, snow, and dust. However, they took longer to scan the environment when compared to single and multi-line systems. This larger amount of data generated also makes it more difficult for an algorithm to generate a real-time output. This is especially problematic for scanning moving objects such as other cars and people. It's not uncommon for multiple LiDAR systems to be used in conjunction to bridge this gap between speed and detail. At present, LiDAR systems are also cost-prohibitive for mass production use. The Velodyne HTL64E 64-line system that was used on Waymo's first autonomous vehicle, for example, cost upwards of $80,000. It's estimated that even with the cost scaling of mass production, these sensors would still cost around $10,000 each. Radar is also used for sensing on autonomous vehicles, though it's generally used for distance detection. Vehicle radar systems come in 3 range variants. Short-term radar technology is used for blind spot monitoring, lane keeping assistance, and parking assistance, while medium-range and long-range radars are used for obstacle detection in the range of 100 to 150 meters or 328 to 492 feet, with beam angles varying between 30 to 160 degrees. The long
As we have seen, a very interesting movie about the autonomous vehicles and their multiple uses, as well as technologies adapted. Now we move forward to discussing about the intelligent automation in telecom. So the telecom industry makes the most of intelligent automation to improve the efficiency of processes in the following business areas. First of all, we can talk about the customer account management. Here, quick and efficient handling of bulky data improves management of user accounts and personal productivity. When call center, automated call centers enhance customer experience by reducing wait time as well as providing personalized information. And network operations, telecom service providers improve the quality of their network operations by automating diagnostics, testing, incident addressing or mediation, as well as regular maintenance. Now I invite you to watch together a very interesting video about intelligent automation in telecom, use case from Belgium, Charleroi.
Just imagine a place where a lot of enterprises focusing on technology, innovation, digitalization come together on a crossroad to share their experiences. Well, I've come to such a place, only right here in Charleroi. They don't call it a hub, they call it A6K. Let's go and have a look. Alors Marc, A6K, racontez-moi un peu les activités qui ont lieu ici.
C'est un lieu de partage entre des entreprises, des centres de recherche, des organisations, des universités. Et donc on essaye de quelque part de fédérer dans un même lieu l'activité de recherche surtout, et aussi de trouver des points communs qui permettraient à ces entités d'avoir un sens à venir travailler ici localement.
Aujourd'hui, vous avez un réseau 5G dans le bâtiment.
Tout à fait, qui fonctionne.
Et sont où les antennes?
Alors les antennes sont cachées dans l'infrastructure métallique qui est là-haut, pour les antennes de Proximus, mais également nous avons la chance d'avoir des acteurs qui ont développé une technologie pour intégrer dans le verre les antennes.
Et alors vous avez des émetteurs également?
Oui.
Je peux les voir?
Tout à fait, ils sont juste là derrière le bureau.
Allez,
Là, ces émetteurs donc permettent de mettre en réseau différentes technologies pour faire des essais comparatifs.
Raconte-moi les essais qu'on fait déjà aujourd'hui.
On va faire simplement la fonctionne, mais on va dire la recette définitive de l'installation. Alstom, AGC et Multitel, qui sont des acteurs qui nous ont aidés à construire le cahier des charges et qui maintenant vont nous aider à faire la recette de l'installation.
Qu'est-ce qu'on a là?
Alors d'abord, il faut que je signale que l'idée de cette technologie, c'est d'être la plus discrète possible. Et donc d'être invisible. Alors aujourd'hui, on a quand même la chance que ces antennes soient visibles parce qu'on a un échantillon. Là, vous avez un échantillon de vitres.
Et ça, c'est une antenne.
C'est une co-création entre un de nos partenaires AGC et Proximus,
oui,
pour essayer de rendre les antennes finalement complètement invisibles.
Et selon vous, pourquoi est-il tellement important que les antennes soient discrètes dans le futur?
Parce que nous aurons besoin d'un réseau plus dense en antennes, parce que les fréquences et la densification de la 5G va obliger d'avoir des cellules de plus en plus petites, et donc toutes sortes de nouvelles technologies qui vont rendre des objets communs, des objets familiers finalement actifs en 5G.
Comme vous le voyez, à A6K, ça bouge, il y a la co-création, manufacturing, un peu de tout, et tout peut être une antenne. Génial, merci.
Proximus. Think possible.
A very interesting movie also about the many uses of intelligent automation in telecom industry, as well as a local example from Belgium. Also, now we will discuss about intelligent automation in intellectual property and the role of artificial intelligence in managing intellectual property is indispensable. Specifically, AI and ML-powered algorithms streamline research by improving the accuracy and efficiency of data retrieval, as well as addressing ambiguities. Related to the role of intelligent automation in insurance, with the help of it, the insurance industry can virtually eliminate the need for manual weight calculations or payments and can simplify paperwork processing such as claims and appraisals. Intelligent automation also helps insurance companies adhere to compliance regulations more easily by ensuring that requirements are met. And in this way, we are also able to calculate the risk of an individual or entity and calculate the appropriate insurance rate. With claim and appraisal processing, payment calculations, regulatory compliance, and policy management lying at the heart of business, effectiveness in the insurance industry depends heavily on well-orchestrated processes. Intelligent robotic process automation is perfect for these processes. Basically, virtual bots' capability to perform repetitive tasks is vastly superior to that of humans. And with intelligent automation, the insurance service providers automate data management as well as rate calculations. And intelligent automation solutions help insurance companies address problems such as manual entry of bulky data, low scalability of processes, as well as poor time effectiveness. The healthcare industry is also using intelligent automation with natural language processing, or NLP, to provide a consistent approach to data collection, analysis, diagnosis, and treatment. And the use of chatbots in remote healthcare appointments requires less human intervention, as well as often a shorter time to diagnosis. Healthcare providers are among the major consumers of intelligent automation solutions that extensively use both artificial intelligence and robotic process automation. With robotic process automation, medical institutions streamline repetitive processes that are connected with accurate pattern data retrieval processing, as well as decision making, which creates a whole new age of evidence-based, more efficient care. And decisions are here based on retrieved facts and figures, and not on a doctor's experience and knowledge alone. Intelligent automation or artificial intelligence in healthcare also enables caregivers to better perform the following tasks. First of all, they manage to give you, as a client, a personalized treatment, because the AI's capability to quickly and effectively process large amounts of data really helps us in the creation of reliable diagnoses that take into account symptoms and secondary conditions. We also help with the predictive diagnosing, because AI can identify precursory symptoms that humans can overlook, as well as medical imaging. Here, advanced technologies enable accurate analysis of medical images, such as CT, MR, and X-ray, which reduces the risk of misinterpretation and human error. Intelligent automation can help also with surgical operations, because AI-powered robots perform a wide range of operations, from gynecological, neck, urological, and head surgery, both in collaboration with the human surgeons, of course, but also on their own. They can also help in the healthcare industry with nursing. AI-enabled robots also help their human colleagues with time-intensive nursing tasks. They take blood tests, monitor vital signs, and perform treatment, procedures, and other tasks. Patient assistance. Robots provide physical and virtual assistance to elderly people and patients, such as bedside nursing, essential daily activities, reminders, and others. They can also help with virtual consultations, because AI-powered chatbots make appointments with doctors and provide consultations to patients with early symptoms. They can help us with remote monitoring, because wearable medical devices allow caregivers to be remotely aware of their patient's condition, location, and current medical treatment, as well as with the research and drug discovery. AI and machine learning enable quick and cost-effective R&D procedures. Now, moving forward to the intelligent automation in real estate. The real estate industry is not conceivable without huge databases of properties, of course, and their tenants, each of which requires proper handling and the best possible match. But RPA and AI have been revolutionizing the industry by automating many of the repetitive tasks that are resource and time consuming, where it's easy for human error to sneak in. And these tasks are as follows. Tenant management. The intelligent automation tools help create, check, and approve or reject applications. They can also help with the property unit and suppliers management, RPA streamlining property and supplier onboarding, and importing accounting and utility details. Accounting with millions of monthly payments, robotic process automations, automates operations related to accounting, payments, general ledger, bank and credit card statements, supplier invoices, and others, which frees employees from performing these time-consuming tasks. We also have some relevant examples of intelligent automation in banking and finance, which is also a very innovative field. With intelligent automation systems, finance and banking institutions can gain large profits, enable regulatory compliance, as well as provide frictionless CX by automating the process that lie at the core of their business through discounting and financing, commercial lending, anti-money laundering, letter of credit and guarantee issuing, inward and outward, import and export payments, cash management. Also, finally, we can say that the intelligent and automated is the new future. Robotic process automation and artificial intelligence are creating a new type of workforce by driving digital transformation and broadening business opportunities. Enterprise intelligent automation is still more of a newborn rather than a mature concept in the world of technologies, but it still learns and develops fast and is quickly becoming an important ingredient of business success. And many intelligent automation trends are now in the spotlight, capturing the attention of many chief executive officers, developers, and analysts around the world. So basically, there is a large transformation that is happening in the world of automation, which is driven by all these concepts that we have discussed. And also the new future proof is something that is future proof and will continue to be used because it will not be easily replaced by something newer and more effective. So this is a trend that we can take into consideration for many years to come. And last but not least, can say that intelligent automation is undoubtedly the future of work, and companies that forgo its adoption will find it difficult to remain competitive in their respective markets. As we all have seen, there are many important fields of work that can have a lot to benefit from the intelligent automation by trying to implement important technologies, starting with artificial intelligence, which is the core of many things. Going forward with the robotic process automation, which is basically transforming the world as we know it, and moving on with the business process management, which is also made to streamline the processes that the business are ready to deliver. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish it was a pleasant presentation, and I wish you a goodbye.